the Tag Heuer Formula One RedBull Oracle limited edition. Only 3,000 of these made in a black stainless steel case with they kind of paired it up. It's black and blue. That's just the colors we have going here. So we have a blue aluminum bezel insert, we have a blue rubber strap, and we have a really dark blue dial. Again, with that pop of red on there from RedBull, as well as yellow. The green and red Tag Heuer shield. A lot of interesting colors going on here, but it's done, I don't know, it's still kind of subdued. So like, it's more like, yeah, from a distance, you can still kind of see it, but it's really only until you get up close that you see all of the things that are going on here. So big thanks to Saltzmans in Rhode Island. Link in the description, as well as direct contact information, so you can reach out to my contact there, Richard, and you can tell them I sent you. They're an authorized dealer for Tag Heuer, as well as Breitling and Citizen and a bunch of other brands, G-Shock even. So great place out there in the East Coast, but they ship. They just ship everywhere. So like, if you're not out there, you can't get in the store, you can just call them up or just order online. It's not a big deal. Super easy to work with. Let's get into the dimensions of this. It is a 43 millimeter case, a 48.5 millimeter lug to lug. You can see you have that traditional Tag Formula One case design. The thickness is 12.75, sapphire crystal flat with AR coating up top. 21.5 millimeter lug opening. I measured it the first time and I'm like, I guess it's 22, but then I looked it up and my measurements were a little, I was like, I don't know. Sure enough, 21.5. I don't know where you pull that number from, Tag, but okay, thank you. And then you have a 7.6 millimeter signed crown. It is a screw down crown. Nice little pop because it has 200 meter water resist, as long as you don't start pushing these guys. And then if you look, you can see at the sub dial at the 3 o'clock roughly, you can see it's ticking. So it is a quartz watch, but what you do gain with quartz is the ease of operation. You know, it's always going to be running, and you know, you have to adjust the data occasionally every month or so, or not, whatever. It could be wrong, who cares? But you get into a luxury brand such as Tag Heuer at a more affordable, approachable price point for a luxury brand. This guy is $26.50 is the retail price, snapshot in time as of today. That's almost certain to go up, because the one thing I've learned of obsessing about watches over the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, actually longer than that now that I think about it, is I've never seen the prices really go down. Like, even like sometimes you might wait for a sale or something, but that's not really the price going down. That's just catching a deal. The prices go up almost annually. So think about that when you're like kind of lusting after a watch and you're just like, I really want, I know I'm going to get one. Maybe prioritize it sometimes if it's a bigger number, you know, more expensive luxury watch. It's almost like the sooner you buy it, the more you're going to be able to have the ownership enjoyment, but also like you're going to get it at a lower cost than the future would be. Plus the dollar devalues. Yeah, but we're not here for economics. We're here to obsessively look at watches, and that's what we're going to do. So this is I can show you the tag, I think, so you can see the, yeah, whatever. It's a CAZ 101AZ.FT8090. I'll put a link in the description. It's a big long number with letters. I hate it when brands do that. But on the case back, you do have some fun printing. The Oracle, the RedBull, and it says 1 of 3,000. No, this is not number 1 of 3,000. It's just factually 1 of 3,000. So they did number it that way. I've seen some other German companies do it that way, where they're like, yeah, we made 3,000 of them and we printed exactly the same case backs. We're not going to tell you which one you have of the 3,000, just one of them. And that's fine. At least they put that on there. So you can see they're really nice done laser printing, and it's smooth. Let me see here. Let's pop this guy on the wrist. Before we do that, I want to get the chronograph started. So let's go ahead and get that going. And you can see you have a rapid counter at the 6 o'clock, and then you have a 30-minute counter over there at the 9 o'clock. And of course you have your chronograph hand ticking away, hitting the marks, which kind of needs to do at this price point. So we shouldn't be, you know, pleasantly surprised there. It should be somewhat expected. I agree with you on that. So here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Most of these tag Heuers tend to fit me really well, unless you get up into like 45 millimeter. The 43s, the 42s, the 41s, all that stuff typically fit me really good. So then once we hit the 30-second mark, that's where that rapid, whatever, 1/100ths counter or whatever it is on the bottom stops. But we're still going to keep track of that 1 minute interval and that 30-minute counter. So love the use of color on this thing. It's just a fun watch. They tagged us some really good limited or special editions. You guys have seen me do like the Sennas and stuff like that. Those are awesome too. And RedBull is pretty heavily involved in aero sports and other racing and stuff like that. So if we go ahead and stop it and then reset it, you can see all the sub-dials go back and then the timekeeping stays on. Let's give this a quick blast with the UV light. Let's turn off the studio lights and check out how good the Lume is on it, of course. That is the final step of the video. Yeah, I mean, I blasted it, but holy cow, that's legit good. I, quite frankly, was not expecting that. I mean, obviously I was expecting good Lume, but yeah, well done, tag. Pleasantly surprised. So, a little weird to catch the hour and minute hand. I don't know if you can kind of see that, because it's not the whole thing that's Lume, so you got to be looking for the tips. Thanks for watching, and again, big thanks to Saltzmans in Rhode Island, my preferred authorized dealer for tag Heuer. See you guys in the next vid.